How's it going, everybody? It's Devious Matter here, and welcome back to another mod showcase. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the physics mod, but something specific with the physics mod. So if we go over here to the settings and go to liquids, there's this new option called GPU liquids, which does something really cool. So the physics mod has always had an ability to place down an enchantment table or a melon or something like that and break it to spawn particles like this. Now, this is specific to the GPU version of the particles, and that's what we're going to be checking out today. So these are going to kind of just roll around on the floor now, but I made this aqueduct here, or I'm going to call it an aqueduct, but it runs into the river over there, and it slowly goes down this slope, and what we're going to do is in here, we're going to place this enchantment table, we're going to break it, and the water should flow normally all the way down the aqueduct to make this really cool flowing water effect. So we're just going to kind of follow it down to the end real quick. And once they make it to the end, they fall off into this little waterfall, and they kind of disperse into the water before slowly disappearing afterwards. They shouldn't last too much longer. Now, the one thing I don't like about this is that the fact that everything's in little orbs, but it is Minecraft. The fact that this even exists is amazing in its own. And if we go back up here, you can see that all the water is still going. And it is a little laggy. This is experimental, and it is heavily GPU dependent, and I also use my GPU to encode videos, so it's going to lag a little bit. Now, for the next thing I wanted to show, I did make a dam kind of thing. I wanted to test the idea of floodgates, so let me set this up real quick. Okay, so the way I have this dam set up is I have two structure blocks back there that are changing the state of those floodgates right there to open and close. So whenever I press this with the redstone block, it should open the floodgate, breaking the enchantment tables, and you get this really cool, like, water flowing out effect. It is kind of cheated because there's not actually, like, a river or anything back there, but this on its own, like, is pretty damn cool. I think might be the coolest thing that I've done with this mod, the coolest thing you can achieve. Like, it's just cool. And then the water down there is slowly dissipating. Pretty dang neat. And then go ahead and just close up the floodgate real quick, and that will start making particles kind of accumulate in the back. So if we just go back here real quick, you can kind of see how that was working. So put some enchantment tables there and they just broke, but now that those are broken, you can kind of see that the area back here is just kind of flooding, and it's just really cool to kind of see, like, the way that the water works, because it's GPU simulation, so it's pretty damn accurate in terms of, like, realism. So you can see the water, it is going to be very laggy, but you can see the water's, like, kind of going over here, running around this bank, and then flooding past here, and then just collecting over there. So it's pretty cool. Just going to toggle shaders real quick because that's the best way to get rid of the water sources. But yeah, relatively short video. Just kind of wanted to showcase these effects because, man, they're so freaking cool. And I want to show you, let me show you one more thing. So here in the liquid section, you can change the lifetime of the liquids. So I'm going to change this, I don't know, to 20 maybe? That's probably too far. We'll do it to 10, and we'll turn up the particle size to 20, or 0.20. And when I break this now, we kind of get the effect of like a raging river. Although the particle effects are much bigger, it kind of makes the same effect. And it'll continue to fill up this area. They're flooding into here, but they are disappearing. So yeah, I heavily recommend checking this out. Another win for the physics mod, just an overall cool mod. If you haven't tried out the physics mod, I would heavily recommend it because it adds some really cool things to the game, like breaking blocks and everything. It's where you see the collapsing and everything. But yeah, this is the closest that we've ever gotten to the simulation videos of, like, realistic Minecraft. And something that I find really cool is the mod developer himself mentioned that he wants to eventually make all... you get the point. He wants to make all flowing water in Minecraft eventually look like this. So any type of block or any type of, like, water source... Let me go ahead and get this. So this type of water would be turned into that flowing water that you'd get from breaking an enchantment. But instead of that, it would basically kind of look like this. On a much lower scale, of course. But yeah, overall, pretty damn cool. Heavily recommend checking this out. That is all I have for you today. Just wanted to showcase this because took me a while to build that dam, so I kind of wanted to showcase it off. Yeah, if there's anything you want me to try with this GPU physics simulation thing, let me know, because I could only really think of the aqueduct and the dam. So if you can think any other like cool water things, let me know, and I'll be happy to try them out. With that said, though, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.